Okay, I got this Quest Wedge popped open, and there's some interesting things I found in here that I thought it might be more fun to take a quick video uh, and point out rather than just pictures and try to explain what I'm talking about for anybody who hasn't seen the guitar yet. It's a Quest Wedge, and it doesn't have a model number on it. And I've presented some pictures to the Matsumoku.org forum site for little assistance identifying it, and popped it open to take a quick look and see if there's any identifying numbers or information on the pickups or the potentiometers. So got her open, and there is something that I think is interesting that I want to show. We got those numbers right underneath the bridge pickup, and the edge of the paint starts right there. So you can, what I think they did was they had a piece of tape covering that number after they sprayed, and then they pulled it up so that that would stay there. So I don't know, I'm hoping maybe that is an identifier that will, tell us whether it was made in the Matsumoku factory or not. I guess just looking to confirm that information, but there isn't any other markings on the pickups, underside or not. Now, also interesting is I wanted to show a couple things on the potentiometers. It appears that there's maybe some extra wires. Now, it plays actually just fine. I plugged it in. Bridge pickup, just fine. Neck pickup, just fine. Both together, just fine. I found the source of the crackling I was talking about earlier. This was extremely loose. That piece is broke. I'll have to do some strategic gluing, I think, to put that back together. But it was obviously loose, and you know what happens over time. The more a guitar player uses a loose input jack, the more they just get twisted. I mean, it was bound up tight. And I think that, probably just the jiggle jangle of the input jack was causing that little short out. But other than that, I think the wiring in this is absolutely strong. Great potentiometers. So I don't anticipate rewiring this at all. In fact, I don't even think that needs any rewiring. That's a great solder, great joint. I'm just going to fix the little jack plate and make sure it can screw on there tightly, and then I'll button it back up. Anyway, what I wanted to point out was it appears that we have an extra wire here. I can't figure out where this would have gone. It's not connected to anything. It's coming right out of this one. And that is that's the hot from one of these switch points. The other hot for one of the switch points is right there. It's not going anywhere special. So interesting that that is there. And then I'm going to try to get a real close-up because there's another anomaly on this. Actually, I can see it better with the phone. Right there on this tone pot. This one right here, you can see there's a little lead that was soldered and then clipped. Now the backside of the lead is the capacitor that's going up, obviously, to the right spot. And in the middle, phone's having a hard time getting a really good look at that, but at some point there was a solder on that too, which was clipped. So I don't think that there is anything wrong with it. I think it's actually wired correctly, but it's just interesting that there's some extra wires and that there's also a clipped solder in there. I guess I envision that the tech that initially wired this up just had made a mistake, and they probably are so good at what they do they don't even use a schematic, and he or she probably just connected it and laughed it off, realized it wasn't supposed to be there, clipped it and moved on. But anyway, I thought it was interesting. I wanted to point it out. But anyway, overall, I'm really excited to have this open and work on it. The quality of this guitar is really impressing me. I've been inside a lot of American Fenders and Gibsons and Gretches, and just the quality and the craftsmanship of this guitar rivals anything that they've put out in Nashville or Corona or any of those places. So excited to get this one back together and shredding. Anyway, thanks for your help, guys.